But check it out. I'm back upstairs. Part two, to discovery of notes and certain things. This is how it looks up close. 2008, 2009. This is my handwriting. Knowing by the type of paper, the type of notebooks I was using around the time. Now check this out. How can something like this backfire? Check to see if I ever wrote TJ Jakes a letter or send a letter to their address. TD Jakes Ministries, P.O. Box 5390, Dallas, Texas 75208. Check to see if I ever wrote anything there. Then you'll know that I have always been a Christian. And when I'm writing those things, check to see where am I mailing them from. And check to see if I ever Googled Joel Osteen's records or if I ever mailed something to Joel Osteen's headquarters. I can't remember. That's so long ago. He's based in Austin, Texas, or Houston, Texas. I think it's Houston, Texas. An old stadium or something like that. So check to see if I ever did that. And Gospel Magazine, Pastor Vernon was on the cover of Gospel Magazine. That's when I discovered when I saw that the pastor that's at the Word Church, Pastor Vernon, was on Gospel Magazine years ago. That's when I discovered that there's an actual magazine called Gospel Magazine. So check those things and see what is good. What is good? Her love. What good is her love if she can't stand but when you stand? Now think about that. Who is it that knows that I can do this and write like this and do this, but yet send me a hidden message? You don't know if the hidden message is a good message. You don't know if it's a bad message because you're not a psychic. But you don't know if you should pay attention to it or should not pay attention to it. The best thing to do is not even pay attention to it. Don't even focus on it because it's something that is terribly disrespectful and stupid. Someone literally leaving you notes in a Sade record. Is it a love note? Is it a good note? Or is it connected to note? I know every now and then I get like a hate message from an email. I emailed someone years ago called Latoya Hunter, basically. I messaged her from my Case Western account years ago and about just talking to her or something. It was years ago. But I remember also making sure that when I did something like that, leaving traps also. So I got it, so wary of the traps. So this record. They probably always after a while, years, nothing will happen, but I end up getting hate messages because of that very same email. Whoever is connected to that girl, is connected to the former mayor, where she's doing even if it's not connected to him, whoever is connected to her, it's some kind of jealous person that like a boyfriend or an ex or someone that really likes her or someone just trying to use it as jealous of her. So it's either two things. They either are jealous of her or they're with her and they're jealous. It's only two choices. They're jealous of her or they're with her and they're jealous. Because what I usually think is, I think they're jealous of her. So for some strangers, I don't know how successful she is. I wonder if she's like worth millions by now. I have no idea. Or if she's a person that does PR for super rich politicians and celebrities also and stuff like that. Or she has her own agency. Or maybe she might be working for a Stedman's marketing firm now that's like one of the big things connected to that. Usually if you're connected to someone like Stedman or that's Oprah's husband that does marketing or something like that, usually you have a problem. Usually you have to do something where you get people that are hateful of you in the wrong way, or people that are black that are hateful of you too. I gotta check. I'm not even gonna try to figure it out. That's not my business. But I just focus on what I gotta do, which is worry about me and my career. I don't care about nobody else's tea or drama. So check this out. Here's the record. Here's the note that's left in there. I don't know what's up with that. I know I didn't put that because I'm neat in a certain way. I'm not overly neat, but I'm neat in a certain way that I wouldn't put something like this in one of my records. And something like this is one of my old notes that I would have thrown away, or I would have written this because was really beautiful. So someone took this before I got a chance to put it in one of my books. So because I didn't get to put it in my book, then you know that it's a note that someone stole that I never got to look at, or basically got to see, because I don't even remember that, but I know I wrote that. What good is her love if she can't stand but when you stand? So this person might know this was for Allison, or now call Allie back. Sorry to her husband. This is way before you guys met. They might know it's this, and they're making fun of her because she can't stand, or they might think of the old email, which I get quite things are connected to her about the because I sent her Sade lyrics and worded it in a way that's connected to a Sade album also. So because of that, it could be go either way. So that person's probably just making fun of this parable, right? Basically, what is good, or was it a proverb? What is good but her love? What is good is her love if she can't stand, but when you stand. That's a parable. So because that's a parable, this person is probably leaving me this message is right here. Maybe they're making fun of me that nobody can stand with me and nobody loves me. That's basically, it's probably most likely negative. So that person knows I wrote that, and that person is probably giving me the hints that that's what they did to me. The same parable that I wrote. So this person knew that I wrote books, and this person probably has copies of some of my notes from my books, and has a copy of one of my books, or a couple of my books, and probably is using my own book against me. What good is her love if she can't stand, but when you stand? This person is sending me a hidden message. So who's the person who's sending me the message about? It's probably sending me a message about family, girlfriend, and the people around me at the same time. That didn't stand, basically. That when supposedly I got put in the hospital and all that stuff happened to me, they weren't around. Why they weren't around is because of this, probably this. What good is her love when you can't stand but you stand? So basically, nobody stand with me, and nobody came looking for me to see if I was okay, like I did when certain people like Lisa Angel had her surgery. Was it her tonsils, or was it her gallbladder, or something? I can't remember. Or was it both? When I went looking for her to make sure she's still alive and if she needed anything in the hospital. When our mother died, basically, made sure she was fine, and her sister and her Suzette was fine. If they ever needed anything, once their mother died, they could ask me for anything. They could move in. They could do anything. The same way with any of my best friends, Kieran. If I had that one apartment and I was just paying rent by myself, if I had so many kids, they could still move in and sleep on the couch because they're best friends that I grew up with. I always stand, and I guess this person is saying using the same books I wrote, and so or some of the same notes. I don't like to leave my books laying around, but this person has read my book or read some of my notes and saw my future and took the same parables that I wrote and try to use it against me, and then make fun of me at the same time because I read stuff about Joel Osteen, and I write TD Jakes letters, basically. And that's why I always call my new book, Wolf versus Jason Lofters and God. The person and the people of the devil versus Jason Lofters and God. That's why I call my story Wolf versus Jason Lofters and God. Because this person has no respect for God, basically. Or is a wolf in sheep clothing.